What's up, guys? It's your boy Ricky Ross back with another video. For those of you out there who don't know me, I go by Ricky Ross, Amazon seller. I also mentor some students out there. So if you're looking for mentorship, please feel free to reach out to me. Email is going to be in the description down below. Cool. So today I have with me Lawyer Imasi, and he's an attorney here in Germany. He's been here practicing for lots of years and knows a lot about German laws. So we're going to be touching more about doing business in Germany as a foreigner or as a student, or as sometimes you have masters students who come in and do master's program, or in general just even some foreigners who end up having what's called a dualdung. I know I'm messing it up. Hopefully he'll clarify that. So let him introduce himself first. Please tell the people who you are, Imasi.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lawyer Imasi. I'm a lawyer here in Germany. I've been practicing now for the past 15 years. And in Germany, we call it Rechtsanwalt. And that is why you may see Rechtsanwalt under my picture, my video picture in the camera.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Great. So we're going to jump right into it. And I'm going to start with a lot of common questions that I get from quite a lot of people. So maybe what we'll do is start with maybe this general question. So in general, can I start a business in Germany as a student? That's question number one.
Of course, you can always start a business in Germany as a student. The main issue is if you want to start a business in Germany as a student, first of all, you have to seek the permission of the responsible foreign office, the immigration office.
Okay.
Immigration office is the one that will give you the permission to start a business in Germany.
Okay.
And if you are given a permission, of course, you have to inform equally the finance office, the kind of business you intend doing.
The Gewerbeamt.
And
Okay.
yeah, and then you can start your business, of course.
Okay. So you can start a business in Germany as a student, but you have to follow those procedures or criteria you just mentioned.
Yeah, that's it.
Good to know that. Okay. We're going to go question number 2. Can a blue card holder start a business in Germany?
Yes, of course. If you have a blue card in Germany, which means you have a full-time job and you want to work, you want to make yourself a self-proprietor, a one-man business behind your full-time job, of course, you can always open a one-man business. You can always open a company beside your full-time job.
Okay.
But the problem is always you have to inform your employer because your employer want to get you fit for his job every day. So if you spend so much time in the self business that you are doing, it
Okay.
may influence the job that you are doing for your employer. And when he gets to know about it, he may terminate your contract. So it is always very important to inform him, or probably you are only doing the one-man business on weekend. If you do it on weekend and you don't work on weekend, is a different thing. But in the most cases, it is written in the contract, many contracts, most of the contract that you have that gives you a blue card, that you are not allowed to do another job beside this very job that you are doing, only on a permission, a special permission given to you by your employer.
Okay. Okay. Because yes, I've had some students who've had that clause. Is it in the contract or? Okay. So here's a scenario. I have a student. She has this Aufenthaltstitel, and then she has the paper that goes with the Aufenthaltstitel where it says a whole bunch of stuff in there. Would that be where they tell you that you can't have do any other job besides what you're currently doing, or would it be from the directly from the employer on the contract?
Yeah, the paper that the people with Aufenthaltstitel are having, what we call a residence permit in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
or a blue card is equally residence permit. No? So the main name is residence permit. So if you're having a residence permit and you have a separate paper attached to your residence permit, this green paper,
Yes.
there is written in that green paper that this residence permit, this work permit is only valid for the company that has given you the contract where
Okay.
you are supposed to work now.
Mm-hmm.
So that does not mean that you are not allowed to do a private business. But a
Oh,
private business, you have to seek the permission of the company, because the authority has been given to the company that you are going to work for, and the
okay.
company has the right to tell you to equally accept you doing a private business beside the job that you are doing there. So as I
Okay.
said before, it shouldn't tangle the
With the main job.
effectiveness of your job with that company.
Okay, now that makes a lot of sense. So basically, I'll clarify. So the green paper, which the Ausländer beholder, that's the foreign office, gives to you, which is attached to your plastic. The plastic is the actual residency permit.
Yeah,
That paper does not stop you or state that you cannot do another job. It is only saying that you can work for this company A. Okay. Then company A can then in their contract state whether or not they'll allow you to work start a business. But then
exactly, exactly.
okay. So but
In
before
German, we
you
call it Nebenbeschäftigung.
okay.
Nebenbeschäftigung means a separate, a little kind of job behind the main job.
Okay.
Yeah. So, little kind of job behind the main job, because as a normal worker, as a normal worker in Germany, you are not allowed to do more than 10 hours a week, a day, more than 10 hours a day.
Okay,
So,
as a
so if you
normal
get to the point of doing maybe 70 hours a day or more, or let's say 120 hours a day or more, that is being done mostly by
you mean 12
people
hours, let's say you're doing 12 hours a day or more.
exactly, for people that are having a personal business. It does not matter. Anytime you can wake up and do whatever you are doing, you are in your business.
Yeah.
So so it does not really matter for those people. But for somebody who is under
A
uh,
job contract.
what they call we'll call it the rights of a worker, ne? Arbeitnehmer Schutz, protection of workers.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't be allowed to work every day for more than 8 hours to 10 hours. So if it's more than that, then it is an abuse
Oh,
of the rights of a worker in Germany.
okay, let me clarify that. So basically, if I'm a worker, if I'm working on the company A, I cannot do more than 8 hours per day for that company. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that is what is written in the law, but
Okay.
sometimes you can do extra hours,
Okay. I can
which
go up
should
to
not
10
be more than
hours.
10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. That's extra hours. But now the question is outside of that 10 hours or outside of that 8 hours, I have my own business. I want to do it. So that's my personal decision. But are you saying that I need to consult the company A who's hired me and ask for their permission to do my business, which will not if
Exactly, exactly. You must ask them. You must ask them, because if not, if it is known later that you are doing uh, a business beside the main job that they
job.
have given to you,
Mm-hmm.
and it has affected your productivity for the company,
Mm,
it may lead to being sacked. It may lead to it may lead to them terminating your contract and asking
okay.
you to go.
Okay.
which means you are not using the whole energy that you have for the company
Okay.
that is paying you monthly, but you are doing it for reserving your part of energy for what you are going to do later. So it is very important to seek their permission. If you are given the permission, good. If you are not given the permission, then you have to look for a possibility to find how you can get that permission. There are people who work for only 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then they can do any other thing that they want to do.
Yeah.
But it only depends on how much hours you are
You
working
work. Okay.
for your company. Most especially the people that are having blue card, because the blue card people they earn a lot of money. So now about 56,000 euros in a year now, or 45,000 euros. Now it has been reduced to at least 39 or 40,000 euros.
Okay.
Anybody who has that kind of salary cannot come into can enjoy the productivity or
Blue card.
of a blue card.
Okay. Cool. Okay. What I mean, in your experience, what has been the success rate of people who actually maybe work, let's say, 6 to 8 hours for company A, approaching company A and saying, "Hey, I want to start my business on the side. It's not going to affect my main job. I'll be doing it on the weekends since I don't work on the weekends." I mean, what's been your experience? Have they been successful when they go asking for permission from company A?
They have been successful, but not always.
Okay.
So it always depends the kind of job you are doing. If you are doing a job where you have to travel around in the country, or maybe go to foreign places and represent the interests of your company, of your firm that employs you, I don't think there will be much time there to start doing the personal business. But
Okay.
for people who have a steady job and a steady time, now, for instance, you start your work at 7 o'clock in the morning and closes then at
3 o'clock.
uh, uh, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
then you have enough time to do whatever else you want to do.
Okay.
So, but if you don't have such a composed time to work, an actual time to work, and today you are in Berlin, next tomorrow you are in Hamburg, the day after you are in Frankfurt, and you sleep in a hotel, you have to do presentation for the company. I don't think it is possible to do a personal business on that
Okay.
kind of a platform. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. So basically, it's just people out there who are in the situation need to kind of like look at their situation and then talk directly with their company and try to figure it out.
exactly.
Awesome. Great. So we're gonna go to the next question, and this is one of the questions I also get a lot. Hopefully you can first of all explain what a duldong is. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it properly. And then, can a person with a duldong duldong status holder start register a business in Germany?
A dudunk is a temporary residence permit in Germany. When I mean residence permit, it means there are a lot of reasons why you can have a dudong. It means you are being allowed to stay in the country temporarily, depending on when you will be deported.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is what we call dudong.
So
People
it's
that
like a
have
stay of
dudong,
deportation kind of paper.
exactly. So it's sort of out of charity reasons, you are allowed to stay in the country, depending on when you finally leave the country based on the law. So those are the kind of people that get duidong. They
Okay.
give them a duidong because a lot of things are still going on and they couldn't take them out, and they gave them this kind of paper so that they can stay in the country. So, secondly, you can equally work, of course, with a duidong. There are people, because of practical reasons, they cannot be taken out of the country because they have children, or they got married, the family situation, or they are very sick and they cannot be treated in their country, kidney problem, heart problem, a lot of things. So they are allowed to stay here, and maybe they want to work and sustain themselves and equally help their family. So such people can be given a working permit, and in many of the Dodong, it is not written that they are allowed to work. So what is written on it is that you are only allowed to work with the permit of the Foreign Office, which means they have to first of all look for a contract, a job contract,
Uh huh.
And when they have the job contract, it has to be submitted to the immigration office that is responsible for the area where they are staying.
Mm-hmm.
And they get an approval from the immigration office saying, okay, you are now allowed to go to that place and start your job from today or from tomorrow.
Okay.
So that is most especially for people that it is written on their doidong that they have to, if they want to work, they can only work with the permit of the foreign office. But there are people too, it is equally written because we have all kinds of doidong in the country, so many different kinds. So it's not what somebody can explain within a short time.
Okay.
So there are a lot of kind of doidong, a lot of doidong that we have in the country that it is written on it, Erwerbstätigkeit gestattet, which means you are allowed to work. It is a working permit. But many of them don't have this kind of statement on their doidong. So they only tell them, come to us, bring a contract, we look into it, we satisfy it, give you a working permit, then you can go and work. And there are some that are not allowed to work at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the question still lies. So if I have a dualdong, or I'm a dualdong status holder, and let's say I do have some capital, maybe a family member does give me capital to start a business, do I then have to approach, first of all, the foreign office and tell them, this is my business plan, I've got the funds to start my business? I mean, is that what the dualdong holder has to do?
Normally, somebody who is having a dualdong cannot open a self-employed business. It is not allowed. So they are only allowed to work as an employee. They have to work for somebody. So if you have a dualdong, you cannot open a company. But if you already have a company with a residence permit before, because of one reason or the other, you now find yourself having a dualdong, it's a different thing. So you can continue with what you have there, because if you want to open a private business in this country, you need a residence permit, because you have to have a business plan and you have to have a capital that will enable you to execute what you have in your business plan. And you have to approach the finance office, and you have to approach the Bundesagentur für Arbeit, the employment office. Yeah, so they have to satisfy these things and let you know if you can open a business or not. So of course, there are a lot of kind of business in Germany that a lot of things has to be done. If you want to, for instance, open a GmbH, you need a starting capital of about 26,000 euros.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's pretty extreme. Okay. So, in other words, if I have a dualdong, I have capital to start the business, you're saying in general the answer is no, I cannot, but there is a possibility I could still show the foreign office my business plan and my capital, whatever capital I have, and still at least try and go for it. I mean, it's not like all doors are closed.
Yeah, because I would not advise people who have a dualdong to start going into opening a private business with a capital, because the dualdong is just a short time stay.
Okay.
So the situation can change anytime, which means he or she can be deported anytime.
Okay, got you.
So if you have invested money here and you now leave the country and leave your money behind,
Okay.
so the money will go to the government.
Okay, got
So
you.
it is not advisable to open a private business
With a
as a dualdong holder.
Okay. Then it brings me to my next question. Can I start or register a business in Germany as an asylum holder or with an asylum status?
Yeah, if you have an asylum status, what we call Aufenthaltsgestattung, you are not allowed to open a business. So this asylum status is, of course, a little bit difficult because you have to go through many stages, many process stages. And you make asylum, you stay in the camp from many months in the camp. From the camp, you are now moved to a private house where you have to now stay permanently, and then from then you may be given a working permit. So without a working permit, you are not allowed to open a business. So you must have a working permit. So somebody who is on asylum has no right to look for a job. So
Okay.
he's being protected, he has food, he has shelter, and it takes some time before they can really get out of asylum. When they're out of asylum, and if they're lucky, you have a positive response, which means you now have a positive residence permit with a residence card. And when you have the card, automatically you are allowed to work. So then you can start thinking of opening a business.
Okay. Okay. Great information. Good. Now, here's a scenario. I had a student who came into the country on a master's program. I think it was a 2-year program. She did her master's. And after the master's program, she was given 18 months to look for a job. But she got a job almost immediately after her master's program. So now she wants to also start a business, register a business, and do her thing. Can she do it with? I mean, she's got a residency permit based on, I guess, I would say the education. Uh, can she register a business within that 18-month period that she's been given, although she already has the job?
Okay, she has a job already and she wants to register a business. She wants to leave her job and then go into a business, or what? What does she want to do? Because you can't do both at the same time.
Well, she wants to first of all start the business on the side before she finally, goes deep into her own business, because that's a lot of people's ultimate dream, is to have their own business.
Yeah. So anybody who wants to wants to create a business with a resident permit, of course, it is allowed. You can always open a business. The most important thing, you have a business plan, you have a capital, and you have the residence permit.
Okay.
So if your resident permit allows you to work, you can always open a business. So the problem is, in the long run, if your income that you are going to make from the business can sustain you, if it can't sustain you, your resident permit will be withdrawn, and you'll be asked to leave the country.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be asked to leave the country because whoever has a blue card is given a blue card because he or she has a certain average salary that is demanded by the law.
Okay.
So if you open a business that brings you at the beginning lesser income, then you are in trouble. Your blue card can be retrieved, can be
Okay.
taken back by the foreign office. So that is the risk in it.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. So it's all about, if you think you can, or if your business is able to immediately make the equivalent amount that you're currently making as you're working, then you have a pretty good chance of maintaining your residency permit, whether it's a blue card or a student visa turned into residency
Yeah,
permit.
yeah.
Okay, good. Nice to know that. Here's one, I think it's going to be our last question. You have people who are in job center, who I think the job center always tells them go look for a job, but I've had a student who wanted to start the business and say, okay, yeah, job center wanted to look at his whole business plan. So the question is, can people who are in job center actually look to start a business or register a business and go into business for themselves? So I guess please first of all explain what it means to be in job center.
Yeah, job center. Yeah, that is. So, what brings you to job center? Job center is an unemployment office. That is a
Okay.
place where you can go and look for a job, and it's a place where you can go when you lose your job after paying into the old age pension pause for about 15, 16 months. Then you can go there if you lose your job and ask for a compensation. You'll be given sort of a compensation for about 6 months so that you'll be able to look for a new job.
Okay.
So these are the two reasons why somebody can be in job center, or you intentionally go to job center on your own because there are computers there. Uh, which you can use to search for a job. They are free there. They are just there around. You go to it and sit down there for hours or minutes and look for a job. The vacancies are there in the computer. These jobs that people are looking for.
Okay.
So, but if you are taking money from job center and you decide to open a business, so the issue is always you should be able to have a profitable business plan. So if you don't have a profitable business plan, job center can force you to a certain job because then they are paying you and they want you to go into a certain job that they found for you. You'll be given a job offer, and you'll be asked to go there, talk with the boss, and take up that job. But when you refuse, your money will be reduced to some extent. So, and then if you just only go to job center because you want to look for a job, and you have to present your credentials. Sometimes you don't really know. You send your credentials to them, and they will help you look for a job. And they will send you to these areas where these job vacancies are, and you should go and try your luck. So if you want to open a private business, it is very important. Business plan. Your business plan will now be: what do you want to do? What are the what are the expectations? What are the benefits for the country? Most especially, the benefit of the country is what is very, very important. If this business you want to open is already run by a lot of people around, and many people are jobless in that situation, in that specific area, you may not even have the permission to start that kind of a job. So the country must benefit from it. It must be something that within a short time you create employment possibilities for people.
Not for yourself, but for other people. Okay.
Exactly. So that is what will make them to allow you to go and do the kind of
business you want.
Business that you want to do. But if you have your capital, of course, you can always open a business.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question was, like you said, the reason you go into job centers is because you've been working for a while. Let's say you've been working for 15, 16 months or more. And then you find yourself, in between jobs, and you say, okay, I've saved enough. I have some capital, but I think by law you still have to go to job center. And then while you're there, you then show them or present to them a feasible business plan. Now, my question is, can they also support you financially if you present a business plan? Let's say you don't have the capital. You want, job center, I have a very good business plan. It's, it's very good. And I think there's a high chance of it being successful. Can you give me the funds to start the business?
No, that they don't do. They don't give you the fund to start a business. What they do is, for instance, they can help you pay your health insurance. For instance, the health insurance that is so important in the country, those things are inevitable. If you're in the country, you must have a health insurance. There, they can help you pay the health insurance, but mostly for only 6 months. So, not more than that. But a capital, that they now give you a capital to do a business, it is not done. But we have a lot of other associates and companies and offices that can give you credit, that can give you a loan to then open such a business. But you have to produce collateral security. You should be able to bring a guarantor. You should be able to bring things that, for instance, a house, or somebody who earns a lot of money who can write and sign and endorse for you that in case if you become bankrupt, he is going to pay your expenses. So without that, such a loan will not be given. So,
yeah, that's another topic. So I want to still go back to the job center. So in other words, if I'm in between jobs, means I've lost my job, or whatever happened, I don't have the job anymore. I can only go to job center and say, okay, job center, I'm going to start my business. I have enough capital, but for the next 6 months, you can pay my health insurance and then after I can take care of it with by myself. Is that what you're saying? It's
All I'm saying,
possible.
yeah, you have to make an application at the job center.
Okay, so after I need to go there, apply for
You need to go
the.
there, exactly. You need to go there, apply, present your business plan, present your capital, your means of capital, and then ask for a support.
Okay.
And this support can only be given to you for the health insurance,
Okay, nothing more. They can't pay for my
nothing more than that.
rent or nothing like that.
Nothing more than that. But if you have already crossed this 15, 16 months that you have worked somewhere before for 40 hours a week and you have paid your taxes, because before you can get money out of the old age pension pause,
Mm-hmm.
you must have paid at least 15, 16 months into that pause as well.
Okay.
So, or else you will not be given this money. So, this money will be given to you. I'm not very sure. I think 60% of your last salary, yeah, will be given to you for a period of 6 months, so that then you can organize yourself and then see what else you can do.
Even if I have my own savings, they can at least pay me that 60% or whatever percentage of my salary.
Yeah, if you don't apply for it, you are not given.
Oh, okay, you have to apply for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Great. This was really nice information. I know we can't go too deep into it because Imasi's a busy lawyer. I truly appreciate it. I hope this has been able to help a lot of people out there, and I hope this video was valuable to a lot of people. I'm going to put Imasi's information in the description down below. I'm also going to link his YouTube channel. He has a YouTube channel with a lot of good information. So if you need any legal help or support, please reach out to Imasi. Once again, guys, it's your boy Ricky Ross. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that's been watching my video. And if you're new out there, you've just tuned in, please subscribe, like, share, do the needful. It's well and truly appreciated. Please continue to stay tuned. We'll keep giving you more valuable information like this concerning not just only doing Amazon Germany, but also hopefully doing business in Germany. Once again, if you need one-on-one mentorship, my email will be in the description down below. Reach out to me, send me an email, and we'll discuss further. I truly appreciate it, and I'm going to be signing out here very soon. Imasi, please, last word for the people.
Yeah, so just listen to the video and get the tips right out there. And if you want to visit my channel, you just look for English speaking lawyer in Germany and you will find me. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching and for listening. Stay tuned. Probably more videos will come. So, bye
Great.
for now.
Thank you so much. It's your boy Ricky Ross. I'm out.
Cheers.
Great, great, great.